Hey guys, Cosmos here from Kabam server for Europe. You see that on the top left here, and this is going to be a beginner's guide on mounts and the stables. So as a new player, you don't have any mounts and you are going to be walking around, but as you come to level 40, then the stables icon over here, this one here, it becomes available, and you also get a white steed which looks like this. White battle steed. Let's actually go to the guild chamber, because then I can put, you can use different mounts and you can see it. Let's go somewhere like over here, there. So when you start off, you get the white mount, so you can walk around, and you're going to be super happy because I still think that this white basic mount looks great. It's one of the best mounts, I think, because it's exactly like a horse is supposed to be, without any horns and spikes and such. So you will find later on a lot of people, a lot of high level people might be still using this if it's fitting the outfit. For example, right now it's fitting my outfit pretty nicely, so I could consider using it. One of the reasons of not using it is because when you have a white mount, then people think you are weak and so they attack you. So if you don't want to be attacked, maybe it's a good idea not to use the white mount. Now, as you level up your stables, you can unlock more and more mounts. So you see the next one is Imperial Steed 2. And to get that unlocked, you need to level up the stables. And you see here, stables level 1. And you see 200 out of 13,000. This is something that levels up really slowly for most people. For people who invest a lot of cash and buy a lot of balloons, they can of course pump this up really fast and open up level 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and so forth. Special, really cool looking mounts, but that's only for people who put a lot of money. For regular people, getting level 2 is definitely achievable, maybe in the long run getting level 3, but I think that's about it. My knight, for example, is almost level 80 and he still has only the Imperial Steed. Okay, now then that's in the normal. In the special column, you got all the other mounts which are available in the game, and normally in the special column it's mostly cashier mounts, but actually there are free mounts inside. And the free mounts, you can identify them not here. Here you can't see which one is paid or free, but the free ones you can see if you go to blacksmith, synthesis, sorry, sneezing, item, and in the item, and I know it's not really logical, but in the item at the bottom you can synthesize different free mounts. So you can synthesize a Dark Knight Steed using 20 Dark Knight Steed cards. You can do Royal Steed card, Steed, Hurricane Steed, Nightshade, Ice Fang, and Netherwind Dragon card, Netherwind Dragon. And I think maybe in the future something else will be added, but that's already quite good, you know, for free to have all those things. And otherwise the rest is with cash, and even with cash you cannot really buy directly always. For example, the VIP mount is only for when the people who have the VIP. You get it when you are VIP, and if you don't pay VIP anymore, you don't have this mount. That's the Panda. Other mounts like the Ruby-eyed Steed you can purchase directly from the shop. I will show you. But things like, for example, the Rhino, or let's see, Hawkstrider, Evil Unicorn especially is from Class Wars only. Tyrion Sandrider is only for the Guildmaster. Yeti or the Dragon, or all these other cooler mounts, they're coming from expensive events, let me put it like that. You can't buy it in the shop. So let's quickly jump over to the shop, and in the cards section of the shop you can see the mounts that you can buy. You can buy the Shadow Steed, the Ruby Eye Steed. They're 2,000 balance or $20 each. You can buy the Jaguar, the Piggy, and that's it. So not much at all that you can buy directly. What you can also do is you can get more mounts, like you saw me. I have, for example, the bear. So I bought the ruby-eyed steed, and I bought the Jaguar, and I got the bear. Now you see, the bear was not for sale. So how did I get it? The bear is actually a reward. It's not a reward, but it's in the shop of the Class Wars. So once a month there's Class Wars. Around the 20th of the month. It's always a Thursday. The best way to remember it is just the nearest Thursday to the 20th. So and there you can wager balance, and if you win the wager you get more, and if you lose the wager you get half. So I was planning that I will lose the wager because it's very difficult to guess all the winners. So I put in 4,000 wager, and I lost, of course, and then I get 2,000 crystals, so half of it, and with 2,000 I could get the bear. So that's how I got the bear. Kind of a planned move, because I like the bear a lot. He also gives plus 22 stats. Now the mounts give stats, which is why so one of the reasons why people want them is because they're cool. You see here evil alpaca, Tharion is riding him, and you see, even though he has probably a lot more mounts, he likes this one because it's kind of cool. And you see here another strong player riding the horse, although he could have ridden anything else. So people choose which one they like the most, because it doesn't actually matter which one you're riding. You get the statistics of all of them. So for example, if you have, so the white horse doesn't give any statistics, but if you have, for example, the bandit, it gives plus 10 to everything. And if you have the ruby-eyed, plus 10 to everything. Actually together they do plus 20, so it adds up. So it doesn't matter which one you're riding, you always get the sum of all the statistics, which is cool because it gives you the freedom to ride whatever you want. Now that's from the statistics that they are giving, that goes directly to your player to your player's stats. So that's direct addition. But you also have here in the stables, you can further pump up strength, intellect, stamina, and armor using either mount training whips or balance. So just for the sake of it, I'm saving up the mount training whips. I've gathered up 140 already. And let's just level something up. Like my armor, you see, I've gotten it to 45. So if I train once, alright, you see, I got the Therian's blessing. That's I wanted to say. You have a chance. You see that in the chat. Training successful, receive Therian's blessing and 50 experience. Because otherwise, if you train regularly, you get 10 experience, but you have a chance to get 50. It's kind of like the sylphs as well. Actually, the sylphs are like the mounts. So you can do once and you get 10, or if you do a bunch of times, it's about 8% chance of calculated of it happening for the sylphs. So probably it's the same for the mounts. And like that you can increase your statistics, and you see by increasing that you get stronger directly. Now I don't want to use all my mounts, because actually one of the recommendations that I have for you, the mount training whips, because one of the recommendations I have for you is to save them, because actually if you have a lot of cash or balance or training whips, just use them, get stronger and dominate. But otherwise, if you have patience and if you're not in a rush, you can save them up, because sooner or later there comes like a mount training event whereby you can train, and by training you get some additional benefits. Yeah, so as a side benefit of training. So sometimes you get additional whips for free, sometimes something else, but you can get stuff additional. And sometimes the events are limited, like only so many per day you can do, or very rarely they're unlimited. So it's your choice. Actually, nobody can predict it, because they don't publish this in advance on if you want to wait, gather or not. I think it's a personality thing. I'm generally like a hoarder type of a guy, so I like to gather everything. Like in my bags, I gather everything always. You know, I like my vault and I put everything. I never use stamina potions, for example. You see the shadow crystals, I don't use them, but okay, those have a logic. But other things I just gather. I like to gather things. So, but there are other people who don't like that particularly, so they like to use it. So it comes from personality, and also comes if you have a lot of cash or not. If you have a lot of cash that you are spending on the game, then you don't need to gather stuff. You can just spend whatever you want. So that is the thing I wanted to say about the stables and mounts. One thing that people complain about is because here you see you can directly increase statistics pretty much unlimited, which people complain that it's totally unfair, because some people get really strong. But I think that's not accurate, because people are using cash to do that, and so therefore it is fair, because they're paying cash, and by them paying cash they're supporting the game, the company which makes this game possible for everybody to play for free. So I actually always say that we should always thank the people who spend the cash, because then a lot of people can play for free. And the free players, yes, you have limitations, but over time you get stuff. You know, you get, for example, from the Tower of Kings, this really good mount, the Netherwing Dragon. You get, I think that was that one. Let me go to the blacksmith just to double check. Yeah, Netherwing Dragon. For 800 Shadow Souls you can get completely for free. It's an awesome mount that wasn't before there, plus 32 stats, and finally they gave it to free players also. So don't complain too much if you're not paying anything. You see from the little bit of upgrades that I did, here it was 200 out of 13,000, now it became 320. You can rest your mount and then you can walk around. Then you'll be slow. I never do that. I'm always mounted because I like to move around fast. It makes no difference if you train 1 or 20. They all have the chance of getting the additional benefit. And if you don't have mount training whips and you train, it's gonna use up your balance, so careful with that. The stables level itself gives nothing. Getting another mount like the Imperial Steed gives nothing. That's just visual. I believe also level 3 is only visual, so that's just for show-offs. For all the mounts, when you have more, of course you can imagine all of these are adding to your statistics, so you can be a lot more powerful than people of your level if you're using cash to buy the mounts, and they're not cheap as well. So like you saw, the basic ones cost 2,000 balance, which is about $20. So you can quickly calculate how much the whole stables costs. It's a lot. So I think I covered the whole thing on mounts. You can also look up in the rankings on the mount strength to see the highest guy. You see Olunia here is a knight with 8,850 mount strength, by far higher than Emo. Now mount strength itself gives you nothing. It's an indicator like bell rating to show how much the person has. And if I do view mount on the person, I can see what she's riding, a Thunder Panther, and you can see the stats I have in my stables, 55, 70, 50, 70, and you can see how much she has. So it's totally not comparable. You can see totally different. She's 10 times, more than 10 times the mount strength, and a lot more in the statistics. So that's about it, you guys. Have fun with your mounts. I really like to ride them around, but you also have to make choices. For example, when you get events like you see in this event for 160, assuming you're a cash player, you can get the Frost Lion card, but you always have the choice. Do you get the Frost Mount card, or do you get, let's say, the clothing sets, you know, or the Maras or whatever? So you always have the choice. It all depends how much cash you're spending or not spending, so you have to make those choices over time. And that's about it. Trainings, increasing stats, having different mounts, and having fun. that's all there is to know about stables and mounts. So hope you guys enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. Please do click on like and subscribe below the video if you enjoyed that. And you can also check out my Wartune blog. It's the most popular blog out there for Wartune. You can see the link in the description, or you can Google Cosmos Wartune blog. You can also go to kabam.com, or Google Kabam Wartune if you want to play on Kabam, or check out other games they got. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Thanks for watching and have a very nice day.